All right, when you think farm, what pops into your head? Probably soil, right? Tractors, sunshine, the usual stuff. Well, today, we're going to dig into something a little different. Turns out, this ancient industry is facing a seriously modern problem, and it's all about a quest for the perfect digital tool. So, let's dive in.
Okay, so what do you think is the biggest challenge for today's farmers? Seriously, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it the weather? Maybe pests? Or what about those crazy market prices? Yeah, all of those are huge for sure, but there's this other challenge, one you can't really see, and it's becoming absolutely critical.
Believe it or not, it's data. We're talking massive, sometimes overwhelming amounts of it. But it's also incredibly valuable. You know, we've kind of shifted from an era of just tilling the soil to an era of mining for information. And that, well, that changes the entire game.
So let's unpack this a little. We really need to start thinking about the modern farm in a new way. Forget just a simple field. Picture it as a massive, non-stop data-generating operation.
And the amount of data they're pulling in is just staggering. I mean, think about it. You've got environmental data from sensors tracking every little change in humidity and temperature. Then there's super detailed crop growth data. We're talking everything from the size of a leaf to how well it's absorbing nutrients. And of course, you've got those live market prices telling you the exact moment to sell. It's this constant, enormous river of information.
But here's the catch, right? All that data, literally petabytes of it, is totally useless if you can't make sense of it. If you can't find the patterns and actually use them to make better decisions, what's the point? It's that classic problem of finding the signal in all the noise, but it's happening right there, in the middle of a field.
So who's actually trying to solve this puzzle? Well, let's meet the team on the front lines. These are the agricultural experts over at the Junkido Agricultural Research and Extension Services. And for them, trust me, this is not some abstract theoretical problem. They are living this, day in and day out.
Now, the most important thing you need to know about this team is that they're what we call non-developers. And what does that mean? It means they are brilliant experts in their own field. We're talking top-notch agronomists, researchers, botanists. They know everything about plants and crops. But they're not professional programmers. They don't write code for a living, so they need tools built for them, not for a software engineer. And get this, their needs are super specific. They're not just browsing for some simple app. They need to create their own custom dashboards. They have to automate these really complex reports that come out every 2 weeks. They need to do real-time analysis as the data is literally streaming in. And here's the real kicker. All of this needs to build a foundation for future AI models that can predict things. It's a tall order.
Yeah, their whole mission really boils down to this one powerful idea. The goal was never just, let's go buy some new software. No. The goal was to put the power of all that data directly into the hands of the people who know the subject best, the agricultural experts themselves.
So, facing this huge challenge, they didn't just grab the first thing they saw. Instead, it kicked off this really methodical search. They weren't just looking for any tool, They were on a hunt for the absolute optimal one for their specific situation.
And after what I'm sure was an exhaustive search, they managed to narrow the entire crowded market down to just 3. 3 promising candidates. That's it. 3 potential keys to unlock their very unique problem.
And this is so important. It's a really key strategic move. They weren't on the hunt for the quote-unquote best tool out there. The one with a million flashy features you'll never use. Nope. They were looking for the right tool for their team. One that actually fit their workflow and would empower their experts, the non-developers.
So how do you even make that choice? Well, they had a checklist, a set of 4 crucial questions they asked of each tool. First and foremost, ease of use. Could their experts actually use this thing to build what they need without calling an IT guy every 5 minutes? Second, automation. Could it handle automating those incredibly important biweekly reports? Third, real-time analysis. Could it keep up with the live data streaming in from the fields? And finally, the big one, AI readiness. Was this tool a solid foundation for the amazing AI stuff they wanted to do down the road?
You see, this was never just some boring internal IT project. Not at all. Finding the right tool had the potential to change everything. It was about creating a whole new future for their work, a future literally powered by data.
And getting this right would set off this incredible chain reaction, like a set of dominoes. Step 1, you give accessible tools to the experts. That immediately knocks over the next domino. Step 2, you get faster insights and automated reports, which in turn leads to step 3, making smarter, better decisions out in the real world. And all of that builds up to the final, ultimate goal, step 4, a rock-solid data foundation for some truly groundbreaking AI innovation. So you see, when you boil it all down, this whole quest was never really about making prettier reports or fancier charts. It was about finding the one key that could unlock a smarter, more efficient, and more sustainable future for the entire field of agriculture. And that really leaves us with one final, big idea to think about. Because whether we're talking about farming, or medicine, or finance, or pretty much any field, the fundamental challenge is exactly the same, isn't it? It's not just about hoarding more and more data. It's about getting the right tools into the hands of the experts who know what to do with it. So the real question to leave you with is, what's the key to unlocking all that human potential in your field? Something to think about. Thanks so much for tuning in.